All right. Where am I? Where am I? Am I live? Hey, all. Welcome. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong right now. One thing works, another thing stopped working, and that's how it's rolling. So now what I have is I'm going to have a second screen here to make sure everything is rolling fine and I can hear. Let me double check the sound. Here to make sure everything is rolling fine and I can hear. Let me double check the sound. Sound is good. There might be a little bit of echo over there. We have not loaded here, not yet at least. I'll try that again. Work. It's like one thing stop working, another thing start working, and it's a back and forth. No, and back and forth. Say, hey, that happens. No, I do not want that. I want my channel. All right, let's see. View channel. Okay. Perfect. We're live. Let's do it live. Awesome. So, like every week, amazing week for AI, and I'm very excited with that, with the news we have right here. So I'm going to start with Genie 3. So basically what was happening is that I was going through the website Genie 3, but it was not moving. So basically I was scrolling down, but it kept on the first page. So I'm not sure, there you go. Now it's working. Now it's moving around. Awesome. All right, let me get out of here. That way we have a full view of the website. So Genie 3, this is pretty amazing. A couple weeks ago, we talked about something very similar, which is the real-time world generation. And we're gonna go through more details as we move. And I always say that this is one concept that Midjourney, that's like the goal of Midjourney, if I remember correctly, which is to have instantaneous world creation. So let's move on. So more players in the field, the better. Okay, so here there are some details. No need to go through the details. Let's look. Video is worth more than 1,000 images, and I don't know how many words. But so here we do have kind of a comparison from Genie 2 to Genie 3. Observe that the interaction ended because that was the limitation of the tool back in the day. And it's not only about that amount of time that Genie 3 has an advantage over Genie 2. The graphics are also pretty impressive. I just wish I could refresh here because even though I can pause, I cannot refresh, which is unfortunate. Okay, let me get back there. I can pause, but I cannot refresh. So eventually it's going to refresh and we are going to be able to see the difference between the two. Here we have another example. Same thing. I wish I could refresh, but there you go. So look at the difference of the graphics. It's a huge difference. And whoever remembers Doom, that they've done the same thing, like real-time world creation, what that means is that observe that there is a command here, and as you move, it creates that frame by frame instantaneously. So there's no memory, it's not a video, so it may have started from a image, and it's developing frame by frame as it moves. So this is pretty amazing. Imagine like the things that can be done. So let's take a look on a few of their capabilities. So modeling physical properties of the world, experience natural phenomena like water and lighting, and complex environmental interactions. So observe the level of realism, right? So here we basically have the prompt, a helicopter pilot carefully maneuvering over a coastal cliff with a small waterfall. Let's move on over here, and we have like fast tracking real world video of a jellyfish swimming at high speed through the darkness of a deep sea between canyons, covered in densely packed vent mussels with tiny white crabs crawling on them, blurry hydrothermal vents in the distance spew thick, billowing plumes of vibrant blue, mineral-rich, smoke glowing from rocky structures, very dark, dim deep sea lighting, particles float in the cloud open ocean. Look at the level of realism. Well, check this out. This is pretty amazing, right? Nice. All right, so let's see the other examples here. We do have like same thing here, the prompt, and look at the physics. So the physics is also pretty good. Very realistic. Look at that. So look at the water splashing. That's so nice. So walking on a pavement in Florida next to a 2-lane road, and look how it got the prompt right. 2-lane road on one side and the sea on the other during an approaching hurricane, with strong wind and waves splashing over the road. There is a railing on the left side, which is this one right here, of the agent. So the agent is the first person right here. The road goes along the coast with a short bridge visible in front of the agent. Waves are splashing over the railing and onto the road, one after another. Palm trees are bending in the wind. There you go, slightly bending, but they're kind of bending. There's heavy rain, and the agent is wearing a raincoat. Since it's first person, we cannot see the raincoat. This is so nice. Look at that. Okay, so let's see. No way, man. So did it froze again? What's happening here? Why is it frozen? Okay. All right, I'm not froze. I'm here. So, but for some reason, it's frozen. Okay, let me show you guys that again. Application capture. I'm gonna need to go for application capture. The frustrating thing about application capture is that every time I switch, so for example, right now I'm switching the window, and it would be switching the window as well. But let me remove myself from here. Yeah, that was annoying. Okay, so what did it went through? So, oh, not much. Okay, so here, let me show you guys the ones. So this is the helicopter. So helicopter pilot carefully maneuvering over a coastal cliff with a small waterfall. And I went through all the details there. Talk. So here, the ocean one. Look at this. This is pretty amazing. Look at that. This is nice. I have here, this one is the one that I talked through, the rain, hurricane approaching Florida. Man, look at that. Look, the physics, the water. Wow. Yeah, I think I can see over here, it already froze again. Why would that be happening? Why would that be happening? Huh. All right, hey. Do I have too many windows? Okay, so let's try the application one. So you see, so what happened in the application is this, right? So every time I go back and forth, it opened all the windows and you go back. So this is kind of annoying, but let's do it like this for now. Don't know why it's freezing or whatever. Hey. Well, all right, at least it works. Okay, so this is another very good one, just jet ski during the Festival of Lights. So the physics pretty good. Observe also the mirror right here. So is it precise? Kind of. Let's see. Come on, some balloons, so we can check if it's precise or not. Okay, so we're gonna pass in those balloons right here. Not really, but boom. I saw this a couple of times. So, oh no, it's there. It's here. All right, let's see this one. There you go. I mean, it's close enough, so that's cool. And by the way, this is a challenge to have the memory. Let's see if it gets those. It did, kind of did. So this is kind of a challenge, the memory of what you went through. Let's remember that it's going frame by frame, and it's like spontaneous generating. Observe that there is the command here. So you do have the prompt that Bob probably gave this scenario, and now you are moving like real time. Another one right here. Look at the level of realism. That's pretty amazing. First person. That's nice. Okay, simulating the natural world, generate vibrant ecosystems from animal behaviors to intricate plant life. Level of realism, pretty amazing. Here we have, this is a natural real-time world landscape designed as a Japanese Zen garden. Man, look at that. Wow. Oh, look at the statue. Let's see the statues. Yeah, this is pretty well done. You're moving too fast, buddy. Oh, we have even the shadow of the agent. That's nice. It's real. So another one in the ocean. Here it's, wow, running by the shores of Glacial Lake, exploring branching paths through the forest, crossing flowing mountain streams set amidst beautiful snow-capped mountains and pine forest. Plentiful wildlife makes the journey a delight. Nice. So modeling, animation, and fiction. So here you go, a serene Irish landscape. I think it should be greenish, right? Wow, this is nice. So this is kind of the fiction part, and this third person. The other ones, most of the ones that we checked was first person. Another third person, kind of a more cartoonish, but even so cartoonish but realistic. Look at the light glare. Wow. Imagine the amount of interesting things that can be done. Being a lizard origami style. Oh, he jumped. It has other commands as well. And it's gonna jump. Jump. Nice. Yes. Explore location and historical settings. Transcend geographical and temporal boundaries to explore places and past eras. I don't know why they have this one right here, since it's just let's see. Yeah, it's a location, right? Because I was thinking more of the places and past eras, which imagine like you can visit the palace of Augustus or Roman emperor, right? So how impressive is that? Even different planets, right? If those that we have some records of it. So level realism, again, pretty impressive. So of course somebody thought about this, exploring the palaces of Knossos on Crete as it would have stood in its glorious heydays. Look at that. The paintings, still kind of not HD, let's put it like this, but we saw how much better it is compared with Genie 2, right? Look, this is amazing. This is amazing, and it's motion on real time. Yeah, environmental consistency. So this is a limitation that it have passed. So environmental consistency over a long horizon. So here we have the painting, but here's the element, right? So observe that spot there. It's gonna still be there. So that's the memory aspect and consistency. So he left, oh, and he comes back, and it's still pretty much the same, right? So it overcame that, but it's not like hugely improved yet. So yes, it's freezing like crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, guys. Okay, so here you go once more. Maybe I have too many windows open. I'm not sure. I might need to double check what's going on here. So what we were talking about is that the new limitation that they overcame, which is the, let's call it memory basically, or just the consistency. That is when this guy leaves the scenario and then he comes back, then the image is still there. So here's what they talked about. So environmental consistency over a long horizon. So in order for AI to generate world to be immersive, they have to stay physically consistent over long horizons. However, in generating an environment auto-regressively is generally a harder technical problem. than generating an entire video. Since inaccuracies tend to accumulate over time, despite the challenge, Genie 3 environments remain largely consistent for several minutes. So it's just it overcame the limitation for several minutes, with visual memory extending as far back as 1 minute ago. Now, here's something important to remember, is that even though it might not seem much for most of us, meaning, only 1 minute, it means that they overcame something that was a lot smaller. Remember the first videos that we looked? Those were just a few seconds, and they were not even, didn't have the element of the memory, right? Let's see if I have them here. There you go. So the Genie 2, those videos right here, they were like just the video themselves or the generation themselves, they were much shorter than the other ones, and we are not dealing that much with the memory aspect here. So what I'm trying to say here is basically that it went from a short video to a memory that has almost 1 minute. So that have been achieved, and now you have not only incremental progress, but the way things are going, you're probably going to have jumps where this limitation might be not there for long, right? What else do we got there? So we have Painter here. Have we checked the other ones? So okay, let me get out of here. That way we can see what's happening. Okay, so that's interesting. So a Victorian street with a gray house. The gray house has a portal ringed by magical sparks. The portal leads to a vast desert with dunes, and that desert is visible from the outside. The agent can walk into the portal and is teleported to the desert. So this is pretty accurate. That's nice. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so Genie 3 memory test. So mug, the apple, weird shaped mug, and the tree. So that's the memory test, right? So now it went there, weird shaped car, and some trees at a distance. There's the good level of realism there, and stay for a while. And okay, yeah, that's a true test, right? Now looking all over the place, and now get closer, and there it is. Weird shaped mug. The distance seems to be precise the way it was. The text is right here. That's pretty nice. So a classroom where on the backboard at the front of the room it says Genie 3 memory test. So the text is pretty amazing, right? So that's another limitation that some tools are still trying to improve, which is the text. So this is a limitation that is still being improved. It's still not like just right there, right? Yeah, and what else? And underneath is a beautiful chalk picture of an apple, a mug of coffee, and a tree. The classroom is empty except for this. Outside the window are trees and few cars driving past. There was no cars driving past, but that's fine. Nothing here, so something more cartoonish as well. So this is a fantastical, whimsical forest environment. And lots of information there. Pretty cool, not bad. That's a weird one. Realistic, not very realistic though. So an extremely enormous realistic gorilla draped in a flamboyant emerald red vest with ornate brass buttons and an elaborate feathered bicorn hat. Brandishing only a vintage silk parasol, navigates a series of outrageously extravagant, moss-laden mansions where grand marble structures are subtly embraced by sprawling ancient rows, brushes, and creeping eye. Yeah, it's not that realistic. It remembers me 007, the game, the Golden Eye, I believe. It's okay. Okay, let's move on. Walking around ancient Athens, Greek architecture. So yeah, so this is the sort of thing that I think it's pretty impressive as well. And this is now this one is more realistic than the other one, but it also you don't have those elements there. Those are more bricks, so that's nice. Okay, nice. All right, so what we got here, I think it's just pointing to the memory element that it started here, then the trees stayed there. So 20 seconds and then 40 seconds. Once it got closer, the tree is still there and the agent has a shadow. Oh, that's cool. All right. So Genie 3, excuse me. So Genie 3's consistency is an emergent capability. Other methods such as NEFRFs and Gaussian. Okay, one sec. Let me get you guys back here. Yeah, that might be the way out. Back and forth. I'm gonna check if that's an update or what's that all about. Okay, so Genie 3 Genie 3's consistency is an emergent capability. Other methods such as NERFs and Gaussian splatting also allow consistent navigable 3D environments, but depend on the provision of an explicit 3D representation. By contrast, worlds generated by Genie 3 are far more dynamic and rich because they are created frame by frame based on the world description and actions by the user. So those are the actions. So the actions, they are spontaneous, right? They are not like pre-planned. So it's basically like a game, but the world was not created and it's being created frame by frame. Wow. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Let's feel like I need to move on because I'm like this back and forth and this is starting to get annoying. Okay, so let's see what else. Anything interesting here? Choose a goal. Go to the baker. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's basically the prompt, right? So go approach the flour shell. It's cool that it's recognizing everything. Go to the baker. Walk to the style tomatoes. Nice. So here, instead of the controller is doing, it's giving the commands through prompts, right? So Mammoth, look at this. Wow, this is impressive. Very, very impressive. So since Genie 3 is able to maintain consistency, it is now possible to execute a longer sequence of actions, achieving more complex goals. We expect this technology to play a critical role as we push toward AGI, and agents play a greater role in the world. Artificial General Intelligence, is that what it is? Yes, Artificial General Intelligence. Yeah, there's a whole drama on AGI. Everything is AGI, it seems like. I feel like AGI, talking about AGI, let me get back here, let me see if sound is working. I feel like the thing about AGI is that it probably is going to be kind of seamless. We're going to see the step by step, the progress by progress of strange things and good things are going to happen. And then AGI is going to be here. It's not going to be that shock of, oh, AGI is here. No, I feel like AGI right now is just a kind of hook word, but it will be such a incremental progress that, oh, so that's what AGI is, right? And we're going to see a variation of things that it can achieve. All right, so yes, I mean, variations of those same things. So the limitations, let's take a look on the limitations right here. So while Genie 3 pushes the boundaries of what world models can accomplish, it's important to acknowledge its current limitations. So, limited action space. Although promptable world events allow for a wide range of environmental interventions, they are not necessarily performed by the agent itself. The range of actions agents can perform directly is current constraint. Interaction and simulation of other agents. Accurately modeling complex interaction between multiple independent agents in shared environments is still an ongoing research challenge. Accurate representation of real world actions. Genie 3 is currently unable to simulate the real world locations with perfect geographic accuracy. Text rendering, clear and legible text is often only generated when provided in the input world description and limited interaction duration. The model can currently support a few minutes of continuous interaction rather than extended hours. Is that what it said? Extended hours, yes. So just to remember, those limitations right here, remember that they have been, most of them or all of them have been already overcame. They've been overcome. Man, this is a moment here. I try to remember the word. Uh, they've been overcome, and which means that it's known how to overcome them. So the progress is going to be there. It's not something that has to be figured out. I think like that's something very simple that I took too long to bring it up. So responsibility, next steps. So responsibility, we believe foundational technologies require a deep commitment to responsibility from the very beginning. The technological innovation in Genie 3, particularly its open-ended and real-time capabilities, introduce new challenges for safety and responsibility. To address these unique risks while aiming to maximize the benefits, we have worked closely with our responsible development and innovation team. At Google DeepMind, we are dedicated to developing our best-in-class model in a way that amplifies human activity while limiting unintended impacts. As we continue to explore the potential applications of our Genie, we are announcing Genie 3 as a limited research preview, providing early access to a small cohort of academics and creators. This approach allows us to gather crucial feedback and interdisciplinary perspectives as we explore this new frontier and continue to build our understanding of risks and their appropriate mitigations. We look forward to working further with the community to develop this technology in a responsible way. Next steps, that might be interesting. We believe Genie 3 is a significant moment for role models where they will begin to have an impact on many areas of both AI research and generative media. To that end, we are exploring how we can make Genie 3 available to additional testers in the future. Genie 3 could create new opportunities for education and training, helping students learn and experts gain experience. Not only can it provide a vast space to train agents like, oh, that's interesting, agents like robots and autonomous systems, Genie 3 can also make it possible to evaluate agents' performance and explore their weakness. As at every step, we are exploring the application of our work and developing it for the benefit of humanity. Awesome. All right, so this is pretty amazing. This is pretty cool work. Let me get back here. That's pretty nice, right? So that's Genie 3, and next progress probably going to be more and more incredible. So next, let's take a look on Claude Opus 4.1. So the one thing that I observed is that Claude, here, let me change. All right, today's the day, huh? So I need to get here, and then I go there and change again. So today's the day. Okay, so Claude Opus. So basically, what I observed is that since there was a lot of launchings this week, Claude had to show something as well, right? So that's why they showed like the 4.1. And basically, it's just a small improvement. It was pretty quick compared to ChatGPT 5 and also to GLM 4.5. So GLM, if you guys remember, is the one that belongs to z.ai. So we do have a small incremental speed over here. We are releasing Claude Opus 4.1, an upgrade to Claude Opus on agentic tasks, real-world coding and reasoning. We plan to release substantially larger improvements to our models in the coming weeks. So yeah, so I feel like they launched this one because of everything that's being shown nowadays. So they're very well known for the real-world coding, right? So I've done one test and I want to share with you guys. So here, let me see. Let me show you guys this one right here, right? So we looked at this one last week. So what I've done was I got this example that I thought was very, very interesting. A Pokédex discovered the first 50 Pokemon. What I thought very interesting here is that it's visually pretty simple, but very functional. So you go through and you have the whole information. You have the images. So this is pretty nice. So Pokédex and Okay, so what I've done was I copied the prompt. So let me see if it's gonna open the prompt for us. So I basically copied this prompt right here, and this is the prompt. This is how simple is this prompt. So build an interactive Pokemon Pokédex webpage featuring the first 50 Pokemon, including their animations and types. So basically what I done was I copied this prompt right here, and I threw in the same tool, the GLM 4.5. So this one here is a result for the GLM 4.5, and I got a slightly different result, but it's better than it was because it took a while for these images. There was no images in the beginning. It's interesting that now I have the images here. So it's better than I thought, right? It's a little bit different, but we do still have the information. I don't know if it's very factual, these numbers right here, but we do still have the variation here. I still can go through them. So that's nice, because what I was looking for was truly and I want to show you guys what I tried to do with this tool. Did not work. I might go back there and we have the images. All right, so chat. So this one right here. So you see, so this is what originally it gave me. So that was what the original image, right? So we did not have those images right here. So we can go here, open website, and let's see, it's gonna open I mean, I'm glad it's here, because now it's just, this is the worst it's gonna ever be. Let's put it like this. So it's gonna get better and better, faster and better. It's gonna give me precisely the images. I don't know what limits to have the images. Okay, so went through this, and I also threw the same prompt on Claude, and that's the problem, no images. So I don't know why. So I did try to publish. So if I click over here, it's not even working. And I used all the credit I had, right? So yeah, so no images. So unfortunately. So okay, so even though Claude was faster than the GLM 4.5, it did not complete the task. And I feel like this one here is kind of slightly better, nothing incredible. Not pretty much the same, actually. Nothing out of this world. Okay, so that's something that I've tried while comparing Claude with the GLM 4.5. And now I kind of understand. So I think one of the big reasons I did not use Claude at first, I feel like that they are very niched. They have their niche, right? So you have to go through too many steps to start using it. It's not very accessible. So I think that's why I avoided it at first. But now today I tried. So especially because of these tools. But now those tools they are more visible as well ideas and more efficient in both ChatGPT 5 and also on the GLM 4.5 that not sure that's going to be of Cloud. But Cloud is still significantly a little bit faster. Not that it always delivered though. So that's kind of one of the things. So I think I went through everything in this page. Let me close this page right here. Now I want to show you guys what I've done with the comparing ChatGPT 5, Cloud 4.1, and the GLM 4.5. So let me change the window here. Now you guys are gonna like this. Okay, there you go. All right, so basically what I've done was I simply used that same prompt and I changed it slightly. So what I have here is build an interactive StarCraft encyclopedia webpage featuring every character, including real images sourced from the internet, plus StarCraft 1 gameplay, sprites, animations, faction abilities, and a brief lore. So, and I try with those three that I told you guys. One disadvantage on ChatGPT 5 is that it gives me all the information first and it does not create anything. So it gave me a bunch of information right here. And then I had to give a second command to ask for the prompt. Awesome, now create interactive StarCraft encyclopedia web page. And then it started creating. Here's what it delivered. It fell short, right? So all factions, same problem, no images. We do have the information, and the information, it's pretty decent. It's kind of accurate. It gave me a link here. Oh, so the link does send me to a real page, GRAM with all his information there. So the link does send me to the right information, but it was not able to extract the image, right? It does a lot here. It sent me to links that I do not want. Okay, let me see. What are you asking me? Let's try that again. Okay, so interactive StarCraft encyclopedia React single file is trying to connect to the network. If you don't recognize this request, don't allow this app track. Let's allow. Let's see if that brings us something. Anything? No. So you see, we do have, it's kind of here, the structure is here. Visually is nothing crazy, nothing incredible, but the information is precise. And what is the most interesting is that if we look on the thinking, I look through, there's a lot of information here. It was pretty precise. So the information here on the thinking is very, very precise. But once it developed, it was not able to deliver fully, right? So let's compare the same one on the Z, kind of the same problem. Everything is here on the thinking. The thinking seems to be very precise, but once it developed, it's not there, right? And same thing, the visual, it's kind of incomplete. One interesting thing here was that Cloud was significantly faster. It was like twice faster, but same problem, even though we do have additional kind of hover effects right here. We do have the links. Cannot click right now, I think because I created a while ago, but we do have their information here. But same problem, no images and not properly working. And I'm pretty sure if I look through the, I look through the thinking process, it's there. You know, so it's just, in a sense, it's just a small thing, I should say, in the sense that It almost delivers. Almost delivers. It delivers a lot, but it's not there yet. Let me just charge my. Okay. So, and I try with two other things, right? So let's go to the next one. So let me get out of here. Okay, so in this one, I tried very similar thing, but for Warcraft. So same thing for ChatGPT 5. I need to keep giving the commands to do it, to develop it. Even though I did ask at first, build an interactive Warcraft compendium web page featuring every character, including real images sourced from the internet, plus Warcraft 1 gameplay. I went to Warcraft 1. My goal is more Warcraft 2. Sprites animations, class role, abilities, and concise lore. So same thing. It gave you all the information here. Pretty good. Pretty nice. And then I said, awesome. So now create the interactive chart with all this info. And it tried. I still don't see their images. So talked about the images and same thing. So same problem, right? Information seems to be good. We do have some open image. Let's see if it shows me. So no, I got some here. Oh, it does not even show there. It's basically file not found, a page of file not found. Okay, let me do this. Got some. Okay, so what I've done was this. So I clicked on open image and it sent me to file not found. Yeah, that's what I get. Open details, allow. Your request does not exist or no longer available. So you see, so you do have the structure. It's pretty decent for a first time trial, let's put it like this. But it's not there yet. But it's a work in progress. It's not the end of the world, it's a work in progress. It's gonna be pretty amazing once we have this one right here. Same thing with the Z. So this end up repeating the let's see, is this one? Yeah, so this one is the Warcraft one on Z. It went kind of crazy. It gave me the images, but it baked up images, like it's the craziest thing. So I do have kind of the information, visual, not that crazy or anything like that. Where is it? Is that it? Come on, guys. Where is the whole thing? Let me open in a page. It's worth sharing. Let's see. There you go. Whoa, that's okay. So that's more than it was before. Warcraft Companion, interactive characters, boom. But you see, like it made up like the images, or don't really know what's going on here. But that's cool. That's funny. I mean, it used some emojis. It gave some hacks, clickable. It does show lots of information. So once more, it's a work in progress. I did thought that this one right here, the GLM 4.5, would give me the most decent result. Well, it's okay. I feel like they're all kind of the same mistakes, right? So now we have this one right here, which is Cloud. Basically the same problem. We do have the basic strategy. We do structure. We do have the divisions here, some intro, info there, but no images. Right? I mean, that was a big deal. What I wanted was a big deal. And the last one that I've done, it was basically I'm trying to develop a short story, build an interactive monkey atlas web page featuring up to 50 striking species, including real image sourced from the internet, concise habitat facts, and a word map highlighting native ranges. So here, let me bring a point here. First, I thought that it was not giving me the images of Warcraft and StarCraft because of the intellectual property or something that sense, right? And which I thought, well, but this Pokemon does not have that. But then it's not. It's actually a limitation of the tool because these are just animals. And even though it does give me some things right here, some options right here, it makes up like even though this information is right, it makes up the images, right? So it's not necessarily about the intellectual property. It's truly a limitation of the tool, but a limitation that I feel like it's probably going to be solved in a couple months or less. I don't think that it's going to take too long for this to be solved. And here I'm back on the Warcraft Compendium. I think my credits finished on the cloud before I could go for the monkey ones. But yes, so same thing here. Have the information is precise, but the image, because the image is a big deal, right? So those visuals would be a big deal. So yeah, so that was my test with ChatGPT 5, GLM 4.5, and GLM 4.5. Imagine GLM 5, and we have Claude 4.1. I could say none of them delivered precisely what I was looking for. It's there, the basic structure is there, but it's an improvement that's going to happen pretty soon. Okay, let me take a look here on everything, how are things going. Just want to make sure yes. All right, so questions, anything, just feel free to leave in the chat. Make sure to like, subscribe. Let me get back here, right? That doesn't make sense. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share questions, leave your comments, and let's get going. I believe now we are going for the last one. All right, so let's see. So yes, now we are going to make some experience. All right, so now that everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong, let's try that one more time. Let's give the opportunity for things to go wrong once more. So I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, let's see. Grok. Okay, so I'm gonna try to share the phone screen. Let's see if that's gonna work. All right. That's the best way I found to work with the Grok Imagine. So I might leave the screen right now. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if that works. All right, so that one is there. And since we're talking about StarCraft, I do have some StarCraft visuals there. All right, so let me change the video capture. It's interesting because I have, those are two iPhones, and the iPhone that I'm using for the video is different from the one that I'm using for the screen share, but for some reason it's conflicting there. But I'm not gonna be here for too long, I believe. So, or maybe I will, because we do have lots of images. Okay, let's do this. Awesome. All right, so this is pretty cool. So I already started generating a few images. So this is my intention here was to generate like the Warcraft knight. And let's try to bring more elements. So there is one element of the helmet here. So let's see if that works. Let me try the talking mode. Nope, it does not even allow me the talking mode. I think it's because I don't have the mic there. That might be the reason. Okay, so make the helmet a cross like, allowing the visibility of the face and mouth of the knight. And guys, this Grok Imagine, it's so impressive. It's like, so this is the first um, Grok uh, on the phone that and look how fast it is. Like, and I can endlessly uh, generate images. Okay, so it's not giving me what I asked for the helmet. Let me do, let me see. What can I say? Let me do this. That way we have a better full screen. All right, so let's try. So you guys saw how amazing is that? And I can just click here and generate the video out of it. So it's not giving me the visuals of the face. Make Elon Musk this night. Does that even make sense? Make sure we can see his face. And if you're in the phone, you can talk about it. You don't need to type it. Well, I want to see the knight's face. With Elon Musk face. He is Elon Musk. Huh. Okay. So, work to be improved. So this is more like, that's closer. Make sure he looks like Elon Musk. Or maybe make sure he is Elon Musk. Oh, this one is pretty cool. But no, it's not what I was thinking. Elon Musk as Warcraft 2 Knight. Let me simplify the prompt. Oh, that's... Hey, I tried. Did not want to use all my credits. All right, I tried. So, make it a Warcraft poster, movie poster. With the knight. I'm gonna try again. With Elon Musk's face. You guys let me know what I'm doing wrong. I'd like to know if what's going on there. With Elon Musk's face. Make it more realistic. And the title, Warcraft. Okay. It make up things. What is that? Okay. Warcraft. The font is pretty good, but I don't know why it gave me this one right here. But guys, this is such an immense progress. Now this is the sort of thing I'm looking for. That's very cool. Make sure it looks like Elon Musk, and there is the title, Warcraft. and then let's make a video out of it, or else might use all the credits and not even try the video. Where's my title? Let's see if you recognize. Where is the title? Oh, there we go. Nope. Okay. I think we're gonna need Elon Musk Warcraft. Make sure there is the title Warcraft. Come on, I don't want to use all the credits in the images. Yeah. I mean, it's impressive already, but I think we're gonna need to somehow satisfy ourselves with the of that. This one is pretty cool. I even saved that. Can I do that? I did. Okay, so this one right here. Oh, Elon Musk. There was another one. Oh, this one right here. So okay, so let's make a video. Boom. So guys, this is amazing, and the video also has audio. So it's like for the first one that they brought to the phone, like and I believe it's first because there is the Grok. This is Grok Imagine, and there is the Grok with here. So this is the Grok Imagine, and there is also the Grok inside in the Grok itself, right? If that makes sense, or if I make it more confusing. But Grok Imagine, like, it's so quick for the first time I'm trying that, and I'm so glad that it's anyone can use it. You do not need to be paying any version. So this is pretty amazing. Like, if they keep like this, I'm definitely gonna use the Grok for Imagine for more functions. Okay, I might do a video just for it. Okay, let's see if we have the audio here. Let me see if we can hear. Okay, I might do a video. Yep. And it's the galloping. So yeah, and you have like 4 different versions. I mean, this is so amazing. And now imagine now that they are back on the game. Imagine like the possibilities here. I'm probably gonna make a video more dedicated for just trying out Grok Imagine and to see other functionalities and try to go more into the possibilities here. I mean, I did not succeed in bringing the image, let me try. So since we have more credits, let's keep on with it. Let's try, instead of Elon Musk, let me see, I don't know why they gave me that limitation. Let's try a different actor here. So make the night with Henry Cavill, I think that's how it writes, face. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason it's avoiding the... It's not generating with the person's face, and here I went to my album there. But yeah. I think, that's something. If I had, but here's the issue, or else I could try. If I had the image, one of their pictures, maybe I could upload the picture, and from that picture, I could generate the image. Therefore, it's such a mix over here because I cannot open my phone since I'm using the phone on the computer, right? Okay, what else? Use any famous person face. Use a famous actor as the night and the title Warcraft. So just a couple of things for improvement, right? It's still not obeying all the simple commands. Like there is no title in the first four here. I ask a face of the any famous actor. I don't know this guy. He might be a famous person that I don't know as well. Some elements are pretty good. Once more, some elements are pretty amazing. I need to work more on that one. Let me save this one. This one's pretty cool because this is kind of more the style of the knight helmet. Guys, this is amazing. What an amazing week, and only gonna get better. So I'm so glad to see and to be in this moment working with those tools. That's amazing. All right, it's been a while. Wow, I thought I was going to finish a little bit faster, but it took a lot more time than I expected, which is good. Having a good time over here. So make sure to like, subscribe, share the live, and I see you all next time. And leave a comment. Tell me what do you know, what do you think, good, bad, what can be improved. Some things are still on their way. But see you all next time. Take care.